Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on my channel, we're all about real makeup for real life and real people like us. Today's video is my monthly Shop My Stash, one of my favorite videos of the month. This is where I reset my focus for the month on the products I'm going to be using alongside the products that I am trying to pan in my 3 project pan projects. Aha! I'm going to link that playlist down below in case you're curious about those projects. But in Shop My Stash every month, I just pick a few products that I want to focus on, that I want to play with, or that I think might complement something in my project pan nicely. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But before we get into that, if you are new here, I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave if you like what you see and you're feeling a vibe. And then you'll be able to find my videos more easily on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload. I did mention in my month in review video that my daughter created a custom palette. In fact, you got to see her create that custom palette for me for spring. And this is that palette. I cannot wait to play with it. This is definitely a spring inspired palette to me. And I just love that my daughter, who is now 13, yikes, created this for me. So I'm looking forward to playing with that one, but I'm also looking forward to playing with the rest of my single eyeshadows because that is all of the eyeshadow that I will be including in my Shop My Stash this month. I will also be doing other videos with other palettes. For example, I will have a 3 looks 1 palette coming up with the ColourPop That's Taupe palette. If you aren't familiar, Allie Glines did create a bundle with ColourPop, which is very exciting, and one of those things included in the bundle is the That's Taupe palette. So I thought maybe if you already have the palette or you're planning on buying the bundle, maybe I could give you some inspiration for this beautiful cool tone palette. This is the first of those looks, so stay tuned for that. And I also wanted to mention that I will have a video coming up later this month about trends, makeup trends for spring in 2021. I'm really excited about that video. I'm really excited to be trying some of those trends. So I will be shopping my stash as well with that in mind. And with all of that said, let's dive into my makeup drawers back here and pick some products. All right, hi guys, welcome to the drawers again. So this month I am going to be picking some light and fresh makeup for spring. I'm skipping out on primer this month because I have 2 primers in 2 different project pans and I'm going to focus on those. And I also have my L'Oreal Stick Foundation in my Partners in Cream project. So I think I want something like totally different than that. I really want something light and fresh and sheer. So I'm thinking that I really would like to pull out my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. This is super lightweight and I'm still testing it as well. So I'm gonna pull this out for the month. And I think for a third option, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. This is in the shade 5.5 Bamboo. And I also want to try mixing some foundations, like mixing this with the ColourPop one. I'm also getting like closer to finishing this, so I'm going to pull this one in as well. All right, next is concealer. I have my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away Concealer in my Partners in Cream project pan. So I think I'll just pick 1, maybe 2 more. I kind of want to keep testing this one from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Last Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. And I also think I want to pull in, This one is also new, but it's also full coverage. And then the Milk Flex is also new. I'm going to pull in my new Milk Flex concealer as well. This is the shade Light Sand, and I have the shade Light Beige in the Incognito, and just form some more opinions about these. All right, so these are my powders, and there is Oliver. Say hello. Say I love you, YouTube. I'm being a nice mommy and letting him meander and hoping he doesn't like bump into the tripod. Okay, so for powder this coming month, new, go that way. Oh, dang. I really think I want to continue working with this Tatcha Silk Canvas and seeing how I like it. I did finish a powder. I finished my number 7 Perfect Light Pressed Powder in March, so I want to pull in another one. I think I'm gonna pull in the Flower Light Illusion. I'm not for sure if this is too dark for me. I kind of felt like it was. Maybe I should wait on that one. What else can we pull? I actually think I'm going to pull in the Sephora MicroSmooth powder here. This is in the shade Light 15. And it's a really nice lightweight powder. So I'm going to pull this in for April. Could you be any louder, sir? Do you think you could? This for mommy? All right, this is a little peek at my bronzer drawer. I have 3 bronzers in 3 projects right now. So I really shouldn't pull much. We have my L'Oreal True Match down there, Marc Jacobs. What might be different? I think I want to pull in this Revlon bronzer. It's the Prismatic bronzer, the Skin Lights Prismatic bronzer. This is in the shade Sun Kissed Beam. Isn't that embossing beautiful? I feel like this is a little different than everything else I have right now. 4 bronzers seems excessive for a month, but hey, it's okay. All right, so here are my powder blushes. I have 4 blush in project pans, and they are 3 of them pink and 1 of them neutral. So keeping that in mind, I feel like, I first want to pull in this one from Nabla. This is the Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. This is the shade Lola. Such a pretty like coral shade with a beautiful sheen that never emphasizes texture. So I'm gonna pull this one. Still what I would call pink, but that's okay. What else, if any? I decided to change the angle a little bit and look at all of my blush. This over here is cream blush and this is powder blush. So I kind of want to look at it all together and make some decisions that way. I know for sure I want to pull in my Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Puff. This is just a really light pink, very springy color. It layers beautifully with other blush, so I can experiment with that. I think lastly, I can't remember how long ago it's been since I had this in my Shop My Stash, but I want to go ahead and pull in my Kosas Color and Light Creme Blush and Highlighter Duo. And this is in the shade Velvet Melon. I just think this will be really pretty and fresh and light for spring. And I feel like I want one more powder blush. I think I'm going to pull this one in from Clinique. I've hardly used it, and I don't know why, but it is definitely a beautiful color for spring. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop in the shade Melon Pop, and I love these blushes. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one in, and that will be it for blush. All right, and then there was highlighter. I believe, yes, I have two highlighters in projects right now. One's just for the month. One is powder, one is cream. And also keeping in mind the blushes that we chose. I'm thinking. I know I want to pull in this new product from the new brand Say. This is their Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. This is really beautiful, and I really want to try this out on a more minimal or lighter, fresh, light spring makeup day. So I'm going to pull this in. I think I'm going to pull in my Flower Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. I don't think I've had this in a Shop My Stash yet, and I just love this. It's so pretty, so I think I'm going to pull that in. And then one that I have not pulled in for a long time, and one of her sisters is in my monochromatic project pan for the month, is my Ofra, and it is now called the Ofra by Samantha March Start Inspired Highlight. However, I purchased it when it was the at March Beauty Word highlight. Either way, this is beautiful, icy, springy, and a little bit more like blingy than the other ones I've chosen. So I'm gonna pull this in. All right, and then lastly, but certainly not leastly, we have my Miscellaneous eyes and brow products, as well as my single eyeshadows. I like to try and pull in at least one single eyeshadow every month, just to stay on top of those things. They can be easily forgotten. I'm trying to think. You know, I honestly don't feel like I'm going to pull anything out of this drawer this month, mostly because I'm going to be using my single shadows this month, and I just want to focus on those. All right, so in here are my bullet lipsticks. I do have one lipstick pulled out for monochromatic project pan. It is this one from Flower Beauty. It is Coral Crush. Really pretty for spring. And one thing that's kind of like on trend for spring is a little bit more vibrant or statement lips and fuchsia lips. So we're gonna try and pull some things from here. Let me see here. This one is like a really pretty corally shade as well, a little brighter. I think I'm gonna save that for another month. Let me think, yeah. I think for a nude this month, actually I had that in recently. Oh goodness. So here are my lip crayons and pencils. I do want to pull this one. This is my NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil in the shade Let's Go Crazy. I do have a backup of this, so I should really consider like moving through this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull that for April as a fuchsia lip. Oh yeah, here's the backup there. What else? Oh, I also really like this pink lip crayon from Maybelline. This is the shade Run the World. I love this pink. It's so pretty. Pick out some glosses. I definitely would pull in this Bobbi Brown Crushed Liquid Lip. This is the shade Give a Fig, and I just love this color. It's sort of coral, it's sort of pink, it's sort of red, but it is beautiful for a lot of times in the year, but especially for for spring, I think. So there's that one. And I also feel like I'm going to pull in this Fenty Gloss Bomb. This is the shade Sweet Mouth. Just a nice sort of frosty pink shade. Something that could be worn over a lipstick, but also like by itself with a lip liner, which is also on trend for spring. Stay tuned for that video. So I'm going to pull that one. And then I also think I'm going to pull in my Very Victoria shade of the matte Revolution lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. I absolutely adore this shade. It's my favorite nude, or one of them in my collection. And that's it for lips. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little dive into my makeup drawers. I really like watching Shop My Stash videos where you get to see people's storage and organization and just how much is lurking in their collection, things like that. So hopefully you enjoyed that as well. Thank you so much for spending part of your day here with me today. I know time is precious, and I always appreciate when you spend some of that with me here on my channel. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful Shop My Stash makeup days. Let me know down in the comments below what you're shopping your stash for this month, and I will see you in my next video real soon.